Oh, I do apologise. I'm 3 minutes late. Oh, what? What is that like me? Oh, I think so. Well, who we got in the chat to start us off? Well, unfortunately, the dogs decided that they wanted to go for a wee. Just, just as about to go live. So it's about right, isn't it? Eh? I'll blame the dogs. I think it's a good excuse. No, I think it is. So, right. Oh, crikey. I see it, Ruth Gouvery's going to join us a little bit later on. Oh, there's a few people here already. Well, she said, pop in after my late chat. And Duke Vengeance, he's not a very merry man, but time he gets have a drink then, mate. Oh, dear me. Well, I might bring in a little bit about the storm as well. I'll set up a separate page for that. Yes, a tree blocked on the railway between the Wolverhampton and Stafford. There's a tree. Okay. Yes, we could be expecting winds and gusts of up to 90 miles an hour. Yeah, in the capital Carrig in Wales. I don't know how the hell you pronounce that. Don't even attempt to get me to do it right. Okay, phonetics, please. A host and other locations have seen winds of more than 70 miles per hour. Well, this brings back memories, this do, yeah. It brings back memories of when I was doing my training as an electrician years and years and years ago. This was, I think it was 87, was 87 those storms? And I had to climb up a bit of a ladder, I did, yeah, in the storms to secure a sign. That's what they do with the apprentices back then, trainees back then, you see. Get them to do all the dodgy shit. So I had to climb up a flipping ladder to a sign. There's a place called St Stephen's in Norwich, and there's a multi-storey car park there. And there was a restaurant called the what's it called now? Not the Hippo. I forgot what it's called now. I can't remember. Anyway, it's a Chinese restaurant there, and the sign was flapping around in the wind, and big sheets of perspex were about to fly away. So I climbed up this ladder and what have you. I drill holes in it, put like toggles in the holes, and secure the sign and pull the bits of the sign back into the car park. Well, my adult mate, David, he decided that he'll just watch me do it. Yeah, and hold the ladder. Oh, that was scary. Yeah. And I wasn't even used to heights at that time. You know, how old was I? Crikey, about 17, 18, something like that. Anyway, I'm going to let a dog in. 2 seconds, okay? One dog. The Wally dog's back in. Yeah, and everything that happened just when my sister, she dropped me off in a Morris Minor car to work. It's Lacey Electrical at the time. And she dropped me off anyway. On the way down on Barrack Street, they were building a office block there, and a little scaffolded up outside, and scaffold boards were flying off, and one literally just smashed right in front of us and shattered into splinters, right in front of a little Morris Minor. Oh my God, what was it? Another dog? Oh, 2 seconds. Crikey! Don't you know I'm trying to do a live show? Only just started and the dogs are playing up. Well, they're all in now and wanting treats. That they are. Blimey, well, Port Talbot, my giddy aunt. Oh, and there they are, the media, for instance, they're going on about, it's all about net zero and what have you, in 2050. Let's be honest, shall we? But wait, okay, I've got one here, I've got a Pandora down here. She could jump up. She got dodgy hip. Like me. No, I ain't. I'm alright. I've got one down there. Kind of here he is. That way. And then I've got a Wally down here as well. You coming as well, Wally? You got to make an effort. Hey. What's that all about? That was silly. For Wally. Yeah, boy. He's got all shy now. Sebastian, that wasn't very nice. Oh, damn it. Dogs, eh? What are they like? So Sebastian at the back there decided that he was going to be a little bit, nasty. He doesn't look nasty, does he? No. So they're just like telling each other off. Little sods, aren't they? Eh? Blimey. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I can see, yeah, that Dora. The Dora's no trouble, are you, baby girl? No, she's a good girl. I don't know. The men in this family. So, back in the chat. Oh, yeah, it's quite a shame because obviously it's people's jobs and isn't just the 2,800 odd jobs that are going to get lost at Port Talbot. It's all the industries that support it, from the baristas to, I don't know, just supermarkets, what have you. They're all jobs, and as such, I could say Port Talbot ended up being almost like a ghost town. Don't worry, it's not shutting down yet. No, it's not shutting down apparently, but it's just well, they're transitioning over to these furnaces, the arc furnaces. I keep calling them reactors. Arc reactors. I've got Iron Man on the brain. I was trying to make videos there. The amount of times I have to restart again because I say arc reactor. Oh, bloody hell! Crikey! Iron Man. Oh yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it was these arc furnaces, which are like a big pot, and you got these arc these electrodes that go into this big pot and basically melts all the steel. But it has to be, it's constant, so there's molten pot of steel. And it's only geared for recycling. You know, I don't know, the bike that got stolen down the road ends up into, into the scrap pile somewhere. Or your old car or something ends up at these places and get melted down back into steel. But it's... I get it. Obviously, I get it. It makes it makes logical sense. But you do need a certain amount of virgin steel, because certain things you can only do with virgin steel. There's impurities and all sorts of stuff, slag and all that sort of stuff. So I've been reading anyway. And though that steel is likely to be, the virgin steel is going to be, well, rather low quality, because China and India's steel is pretty poor. It's no comparison to what we're dishing out at Port Talbot, in Wales. No comparison at all. Now, for instance, there's I can't remember the name of the van though. You had the LDV. What was that called again? Oh, coming to me in a minute. That crappy LDV that had a dashboard like a Morris Minor, where the dash is actually in the middle. But anyway, that all the steel panels came over from India for that thing, and they were so flimsy they didn't. Once they put the actual shell together, it wasn't strong enough, so they had to reinforce it or have all these additional reinforcements, which they might as well have done properly in the first place. It's just madness, absolute madness. But then you got the likes of Richard Tice, whatever his name, going on about net zero. So of course we're trying to do net zero. It's all because of that. That's why that Port Talbot branch of Tata Steel is going to pot. Well, what's happening in the EU then? Okay, you've got Netherlands, you've got in Ireland, you've got various places in the EU, owned again by Tata. Are they shutting down their virgin steel, traditional, probably coal-fed furnaces? No. But in the EU, you see, what they're doing is they're reducing the amount of virgin steel they produce. I think it's got to go down to about 30% by 2026 or something, or 20. Oh, anyway, but anyway, they've got to go down. I think it's 2026. So they've got to get their virgin steel, steel produced from iron ore, not from recycled steel, down. So they're producing, they're setting up more sites of more arc furnaces as well. And the thing is, a part of their plan is, okay, then why would we import it? You wouldn't, would you? So obviously, the market for UK virgin steel is being diminished because of Brexit. Now, if we were in the European Union, we'd have a seat at the table and we could have a say in all this, couldn't we? And there'd be provisions there. There's probably subsidies from the fund, which could help these, to support local industry. But I just think it really annoys me, but the fact that they just cannot be honest with us. Isn't honesty the best policy? Unless you want to make shitloads of money, I suppose. But it makes me furious, because I kind of made a pledge to myself that I'm not going to lie. I refuse to lie. Even the missus will vouch for that. It's not always to her liking, but here you go. It's tough titty, isn't it? Anyway, back into the chat. Hello, Andrew Evans and Top Smoke. Drink is bad. Do not surrender to its temptations. Oh, temptations. Oh, I have had a beer today. Sorry. It's a stout. I'm limiting myself because my blood pressure's gone through the roof. So nearly ended up in hospital the other day. So yeah, I got a blood test booked, and oh crikey, I've got an appointment with a specialist, but you know, that was my blood pressure went up to over 160. Yeah, which wasn't very good. 160 over 104, which wasn't very good at all. Considering my blood pressure is usually relatively low, what the hell's going on? Blame Brexit. Sorry, blame Brexit. It's Brexit's fault. Brexit, you give me high blood pressure that you have. Ooh, and Nigel Fartage. Waffle! Oh, crikey, he's gone about the Waffler again. I did look into this Waffler thing, and I have been watching some of his videos. As in, I've got his name already. Big Clive, that's it, Big Clive. Drinker's bad. Okay, TATA to Port Talbot, it seems. Yeah, it's not going to, it's not shutting down yet, I say. It's the first step, I would say, probably. But as long as it's going on in Grangemouth, in Scotland. How do you pronounce that? No. Anyway, in Scotland, where there's a refinery in Scotland, which is also shutting down. I think that's announced back in November last year. And is part owned by China and Jim Ratcliffe, the Brexiter. Yeah, Ineos. So that ain't too good either. See, where I see it with that is going to Scotland. It's almost like, let's make Scotland so it cannot be independent by taking away its infrastructure, and then the people won't vote for independence. Yeah, and they'll shut up about it. That's okay. It's my conspiracy theory on it, but that's what it feels like to me. Make them so dependent upon you, they've got no choice. Tom Finney, hello there. The day Thatcher resigned, I'm still hungover from it. What about the day she died? But yeah, well, you've talked about Thatcher and the coal mines and what have you. Oh, crikey, I used a kid watching this on, those strikes and that, wondering what's going on. It's the same again, isn't it? It's industry been destroyed by capitalism, by industry, by foreign owned, or by foreign owners. Tata, and we keep giving money away abroad, Serfco, what have you. We keep chucking money away abroad. Give it to everybody else. We don't need it. No, we'll look after ourselves. We're British. Yeah. Moderation, but get totally wasted once the Tories start squatting in number 10. Maybe they will. The day Thatcher resigned, I'm still hungover from it. My limit is 1 sip, so I just don't have it. Oh, blimey. Oh, yeah, you were quite ill, weren't you? Evening all, says Andrew Evans. Evening, Andrew. We are a layer different, Top Smoke. We are layer. What's a layer? Crikey, I'm getting lost here. So I was at high school the day Thatcher resigned in physics class, and the PE teacher came in and whispered something to the teacher. Then the teacher announced it to the class, and they all cheered merrily. They did. Is that what happened, Top Smoke? I have a capacity to drink excess, but it's so pricey, so don't do it often. Not if you live here. No, in the EU. Don't forget, say for instance, a bottle of wine. The tax on a bottle of wine is 3 cents. 3 cents. Well, an £8 bottle of wine for you in the UK is, well, £4 in taxes. Work that one out. Apparently. We can charge you more if we leave the European Union. It's going to be a good year, I reckon, says Tom Finney. This government are on last orders. I think they're going to be absolutely... they're going to be gone. I was looking at the polls, and was that 47% for Labour and 20% for the Tories. So yeah, they're not going to have many seats. A bit of luck. But will Reform gain a few seats in their place? It doesn't look like it, but what they did You think about the rise of the right in Italy and places like that, just so they can be racist to footballers. You know, you think of that, and it's. And then what's going on here in France as well, Marine Le Pen. Even Macron is now is sort of like veering to the right a bit now regarding to policies to do with the schools and stuff like that, you know, because he's feeling, hang on, how do I keep these people on side? You know, those who are floating voters or, you know, have right-wing tendency, how do I keep them? Well, you've got to have some right-wing policies. It's nuts. The world's gone to pot. And look at the AFD and what have you going on over there. Oh my Gideon. And the Netherlands. Oh my Gideon. Oh, Blondie and all that. Blimey. I see you, Beer, Backy, Bingo and Benidorm on YouTube. It's only redundancies and how folk blew the last pay on holidays. Oh, crikey, I didn't see that. Let's go on that waffle. You're obsessed with Big Clive, you are. You seem to have not died from it, so that's, yeah, okay, that's considered. I'm not dead yet, no. Or are you talking about Top Smoke? Okay, well, I'm too far, way too far. But Gingers! Hello, Gingers! I hope you're well. Been doing trees, me and the missus have, yeah? We've been planting all trees and doing stuff around the trees. Trying to get rid of weeds, or where the grass has grown up. Yeah. There's no about York, it's ancient. Been to York once and it rained. I'm not one for cities anyway. I like the nature, me, yeah. I'm a bit of a naturist. Hang on, that come out right. Anyway. Oh. Alistair Care, hope you're well. And Colin Thompson. Hey, Regan. Hello, Regan. I hope you're well. I see, do you know when the Snowflake Show will be back on? Are you still doing lives? Because I ain't had nothing coming in my feed. Nothing at all. Greetings, all tractor vans. Hello there, tractor porn guy. Hello, Colin Thompson. Have I done it already? Have I done your? I might have done. Scrolling down. The Lefty Boater. Hello, Lefty Boater. I hope you're keeping warm. Oh my God, are you getting seasick in this storm? Mm-hmm. Is there any updates? Have we got a storm update? Let's have a look. Yes, we have a storm update. Where are we? Where's my storm update button? Okay, there's a storm update button. More than 170,000 homes and businesses in Ireland are without power. 170,000! This is when you got to do self-consumption. Produce your own power, like we do. Yeah. So more than 170,000 homes, farms and businesses are without power in Ireland, and more power outages are expected. Flipping it, I hope it ain't coming here. And the ESB network said that storm force winds have damaged the electricity network across the country. You probably haven't got the staff to stick all your poles back up. Sorry. You know what you got to do? You need to get yourself some Scottish crikey, tug of war team or so, a Scottish tug of war team, and they pull the cable at one end, and you'll see all the poles pop up like that. You see, yeah, that's what you got to do. That'll work. I'm sure. I saw it in the Beano. Anyway, it warned that the extent damage adverse weather conditions means that the majority of homes, farms, and businesses currently impacted will remain without a supply overnight, and probably longer than that. Looking at this, oh bugger! Can I get snapped it? 27 minutes ago, a tree blocking the railway. All done that one already. Between Wolverhampton and Stafford. Okay, anything else? Anything else? What else is happening? Let's refresh it, just in case I've missed something. Oh, okay, we'll come back to that in a minute. When required. Oh, dear me. Chiron, hello there. You're spot on with your assessment of removing Scotland's infrastructure. Oh, thank you, mate. Well, I don't want to say thank you because I don't really want that to happen. It just seems disgusting if that is the intention. But it does feel like that, doesn't it? It's like you shift the boundaries regarding the seas and what have you, and then get rid of everything else. It's almost like, I don't know, it's a fire sale or something. Yeah, they're trying to get infrastructure first. Make you so dependent on the rest of the UK, when at the moment it's the other way round. Even though they'll say otherwise. Lose my zip to. What lose your zip to? I'm confused. Hello, Charles Fulvard. I hope you're well. Could we have 24/7, 365 days a year cheap, safe, clean tidal and wave power electric generation all around our beautiful islands to power up our industry. Well, yes, we could go completely green if the will was there. Unfortunately, there's too many people trying to suck the money out of you. But yes, we've got endless tidal power. We could do it. Wind. Look at Westminster's plenty of wind there, you know. Now looking into sewage now to actually, well, not looking into it. They found a way to extract jet fuel from sewage. You can poop your way across the channel. And now they're firing lasers as well. They're going to shoot down drones with lasers, apparently. You know? They just fired a laser from a satellite to a probe on the moon. I mean, Japan's probe, China's probe, India's probe. Oh, God, there's always probes. Oh, we all like a good probe, don't we? Yeah. Oh, alcohol lowers blood pressure. Okay, thank you. If I peg it in the stream, at least you know. You know why. Yeah. Oh, it's Grangemouth. Ah, it's Grangemouth. Is it Grangemouth or Grangemouth? Grangemouth Refinery. Which they announced back in November they're going to be shutting it down. A whole load of jobs. I can't remember. I think it's about 6,000 jobs. I think that's be gone. But they reckon they could run. What they're going to do is set it as a oh crikey, like an interconnector. So basically, a place where the fuel comes in and goes out instead of actually a refinery. But that requires a lot less people. There's been more talk about it recently since obviously what's going on at Port Talbot. So they keep producing raw iron from iron ore, but stay carbon neutral. So they keep producing raw iron from, you mean virgin steel, but not on these new plants that they're building, are they? These arc furnaces. Tories are horrible. That they are, Ezra. They are scum. They are absolute scum. Oh my God! Did anyone see? I should put this on there actually. Oh God, Richie Sunak being absconded by not absconded. He sort of absconded himself away from this woman, asking him what he probably felt as difficult questions. And he just laughed in her face when, why can't we have, you know you can do it. You can make the NHS like it used to be. You could do it. And then he just, ha 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 ha. It was so spontaneous. It did sound a bit like a nervous laugh. Like, I haven't got an answer, so I'll just laugh in your face. It didn't do him any favours. It really didn't. He's just useless. He's absolutely useless at front-to-front confrontations. It's just horrendous. Richie Sunak in his short trousers. That 1.2 gigawatt connector will be humming big time for Scotland. Humming, yeah. Wow, I can imagine the wind at Athlone. Athlone? Well, there's a lot of wind in Ireland and Scotland at the moment, and it's working its way down as it is. So, but oh, cheers, Reagan. Yeah, if you want to buy us coffee or super chat or anything like that, just beat the old like button. Obviously, that helps. Keep the channel going, And obviously, we've got the memberships as well. You threw me there. I forgot all about that. Memberships as well. Too cold here to plant trees. It has been, but we plant. Yeah, it's not too bad. End of the day, they're already in the ground. Because I took them out of the ground. And because of willows, you can pretty much chop them down to the ground and forget, just stick a bit in the ground and that'll still grow. So that'll be fine. So they might get stunted a little bit, but I've got to get them in the ground at some point. And I need to get them in the ground so they're in the ground long enough so they've got some root by the time we get to the hot season. Otherwise, I'll die. Because I'll really struggle. There's too many trees now to water. It's really difficult to keep up with them. So yeah, Phil das Bill, said Joel. Phil has been having wet dreams over the polls, has he? I bet he has. I'm trying to get poll dancers. God. Charles F. There is a two tidal generators and estuaries in Scotland. Why not? And now we've got this big wave thing that's like a fish under the water type of. There's those ways it's entitled. The sea's constantly moving, and where there's movement, you can produce power. It's not complicated. What Big Clive videos did I watch? I watched the one with the microwave generator that's called now. Oh, crikey. Where it makes all the pretty patterns on the wood. What else I watch? Another one with this funny toy thing he ripped apart. It's quite good, actually, I must admit. It's quite interesting to watch. I've got a sort of similar setup to what he's got here, really. I could do that here. I might look into that. I'm not saying I'm going to be as good as him, because he is pretty good at it. But it might be fun, ripping things apart. As long as it's not stuff I need. Oh, dear. I was in York and there was massive floods 15 years ago. Blimey. Hopefully Wednesday. I was on holiday last week. You're always on holiday, Regan? Oh, crikey. Holidays. They were the days. Can't remember last time I had a holiday. They're going for us, like permanent holiday, to be honest. Charles for water. To answer here. Here. Thank you. I thought I was one-handed clapping. Okay. Scroll down. Let's get down. Oh, so Larry the cat. Hello there. I hope they've been treating you well. Ain't me locking you outside in the cold. And Cootaloo. Hello there. Hope you're well. Vincent Braden. DeSantis. Yeah, DeSantis. He's governor of Florida, and he's just had a really weird speech. It's almost like, oh, how great I've been. I've met all my pledges. I'm so great. I'm so fantastic. So is my wife and my kids. But I'll be a shit president. So I'm going to hand the reins over to Donald Trump. This is going to be unprecedented. Oh, crikey. The fact that the GOP is going to probably going to nominate Donald Trump, who potentially could be in jail. And there's Donald Trump making these announcements, these speeches, and what have you. So, well, some of that Prime Minister. No, I was going to do Boris Johnson. But how do you do Donald Trump? Bigly hands. Anyway, he's going on about having immunity. So you can pretty much do anything. As all prime ministers, he says, all prime ministers must have immunity. That's only because he's shit scared that he's going to get locked up and get raped with a bar of soap. Oh dear. Well, obviously, after he picked it up. Now that Matt Dillon has gone, and I get the warm spots. But that Matt Dillon gets shitting on the floor, apparently. Yeah, Alexander Boris the Pfeffel Johnson's dog. That thing. It's not a real dog. I got real dogs. Well, sort of. They're a bit dopey, to be fair. Land ahoy! New Year's. Let's try again. Hello there, Mellow. I hope you're well. Steve McGowan. Good evening to you too. Believe me, everyone's popping in. Hello. Anyway, should I get more special doing? In 30 minutes, somebody just talking crap. So change there, then is there? No. So, in the EU. Oh, yes. Shut down a blast furnace capacity in the EU. So, obviously, it is striving to get net zero. That I agree with. Yeah, fair enough. That is true. But remember, this is by 2050. This isn't like, around the corner. They had plenty more years to do what they wanted to do. So the reduction in rental supply will encourage consumers to book products for the first quarter. So what they mean by that is that all of a sudden we're going to be seeing a whole load of we're going to see the economy boosted because they're just going to buy a shitload of product. Can you remember what the motor industry did when the fear of a no-deal Brexit, they bought shitloads of components, didn't they? And then pay for warehouse and God knows what else, so they can carry on manufacturing their cars. They still had problems, and in some cases it's due to like chips and what have you. Not fish and chips, no, semiconductors. And they did halt production to some degree, but obviously they got on top of that. But this is going to happen with the steel industry, I reckon. So reduction in rental supply will encourage consumers to book products in the first quarter of 2024, this year, obviously. So in the short term, prices for flat-rolled steel in Europe will be supported by suspension of part of the... Am I on the right one here? Hang on. I've still got the storm up. Idiot. Duh. I did senior moment. I just did a Therese Sculpey. Did you hear her? She's getting the Kigalis and the Rwandans mixed up. She thinks they're different countries. She's a flunker. Blimey. That's what she is. Oh, what a kipper.
Kipper.
Hang on, I got my audio down now. There you go.
Kipper.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, just saying. Just check something there. Is my audio coming through?
Kipper.
Oh, slow. It is. It's dragging its heels. Blimey. So yeah, the shutdown of blast furnace capacity in the EU will support prices for flat rolled steel. So these companies are going to be, basically buying it up. There could be a shortage even. So currently, rolled steel demand in the EU is more stable than expected, said the co-founder and managing partner of DP Trade. And exchange traders have adapted to work with low inventories after a difficult start in 2022. Among the main factors that determine trends in the market today, a deadline for fulfillment of orders by producers by flat rock. We should be talking about steel products basically, flat sheet steel. Hey, Phil McGragan, hello there. Hope you're well. Oh, hello, you big beautiful bar steward. Hi. There'll be no bars left at this rate. Oh my god, another flipping restaurant and bar has just been closed. It's just shut down. I think this one was in Wales.
Smaller in number, are we?
Yeah.
But larger in mind.
Every day, there's a whole load of them gone. In its current market, they just can't. They got all these loans out over the pandemic, what have you, with all these promises that have been handed over by this government, and now they've got to pay them back. And well, they're just not getting enough money. They haven't got the money coming in. People are obviously pretty much in a real time. In reality, we're in a recession, so people aren't spending enough money, are they? They're going to the off license instead. Get their takeaway. And Uber Eats. So, EU targets to decarbonise the steel industry. So the steel industry is responsible for around 5% of CO2 emissions in the European Union and 7% globally. And it needs to develop and commercialise new low CO2 technologies within the next 5 to 10 years in order to be in line with the EU's climate targets. But this also obviously affects every other industry because they're not going to want to import products that they see are being produced unethically, non-environmentally. So I don't know where China stands in all this when the EU and the UK are so heavily dependent on these imported products, imported materials. This is crazy. I think I was talking about this in one of my previous videos, or touched on it. We are in such a vulnerable place at the moment in the United Kingdom, everywhere. It's obviously because what's going on in the East and what's going on Eastern Europe and that as well, Ukraine and Gaza and God knows where. All around the world. Now Yemen and Iran's been a pain in the neck, and now we've got and obviously Russia as well. The world's up. It's just been thrown up in the air. It's kind of been juggled about, and it makes sense that you look after or maintain, or if you haven't done anything about it, do something about it now. To protect a country, it's not all about the economy. It's about whether you can protect the country's security. Keep the people safe. For a start, our forces are relatively small. I can't remember what it is now. So I think it's about 70,000 personnel. There is the reserves as well, but I think it's about 70,000 personnel. Maybe someone correct me on that if I got that wrong. But okay, you could argue. I think Chaps was saying this earlier actually. God, if it is his real name, about how lethal our army is, or how lethal our military is, or our technology. Well, you might have a point with that, But still, you need the people to actually implement it. You need the people to build the stuff. And you need the people to, get out there and actually press the buttons. But it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. I just can't see. I don't see how the country can actually defend itself. We can't defend ourselves from these hackers, can we? Sooner or later something gets through. A load of data goes missing, don't it? It's on a regular occasion. It's just nuts. So, on it, go back on that one. Okay. Where are we? Right, so back in oh crikey, I've missed something off here. What have I missed off here? Oh, I know what I've missed off. Let me just grab that. I need my Twitter capture. I know, it's Twitter. But sometimes I need Twitter. Alright, back there. Crikey. The decline of the steel production is on par with Venezuela in the UK. God, nuts. Okay, we got that. We got that apart. TATA capture. No, I knew I forgot something. Oops, that one. There we go. Okay. Oh, blimey. Now, you might remember this. Let's bring this in first, though. Oh, where he is. Oh, remember him. Oh, crikey. What a flippin'
Kipper
that he is. Well, I got no sound at all. Have I got nothing at all come through?
Kipper.
That's weird. Do you hear my kipper? Because I'm not hearing my kipper. Oh, that's correct. Oh well. Right. Right. Yeah, so Nigel Farage, every vote remains, was back in 2016, April 2nd. If we vote to remain on June the 23rd, it is the end of the steel industry in this country. Simple as that. We must leave the European Union. Oh, crikey.
And tremendously wet.
It's nuts.
And tremendously wet.
Oh, it's working now. Alright, I'll bring it volume down. Everything's broken. And now, literally 22 hours ago, yesterday. Oh, it is a disaster that net zero is costing 3,000 steel jobs and we will stop being a primary steel producer. It's dangerous strategically and means that we have to import products made with higher emissions. He don't give a damn about that, obviously. Totally mad, he says. Well, he's referring to this article that happens to be in... Idiot. Boris Johnson was saying the same thing as well, remember? But now, these people, they should be drawn over the coals, and they have the gall to just, do they remember what they actually said? Do they, or not? Are they oblivious? Are they thinking the Messiah or something? It's just crazy. So yeah, Tata Steel. To shut down Port Talbot blast furnaces, not the whole thing shutting down, not yet. Putting 3,000 jobs at risk, 2,800 I think it is. So the firm rejects the union plan, leaving the UK on course to become the only major economy unable to make steel from scratch. Now, the owners of the Port Talbot Steelworks have rejected a trade union plan designed to keep its blast furnaces running, putting nearly 3,000 jobs at risk and leaving the UK on course to become the only major economy unable to make steel from scratch. Now, I wonder, let's just have a look, shall we? I wonder if they mention Brexit. No, not at all. Not once. Yeah. Well, the protections weren't written into the Trade and Cooperation Agreement. No. So, the firm rejects the union plan. Okay, so owners of Port Talbot Steelworks have rejected a trade union plan designed to keep the blast furnaces running, putting nearly 3,000 jobs at risk, and leaving the union on course to become the only major economy unable to make steel from scratch, virgin steel. And what one union said would be a crushing blow to workers and UK steel making. The Port Talbot's parent company, the Indian-owned Tata Steel, told workers' representatives that it can no longer afford to continue production at the loss-making plant in South Wales, while it completed a 4-year transition plan to greener production. Okay, fair enough. But this isn't just a plan that just come about. They knew about this. They've known about this for a long time. That they have. So for them to try and make out, it's we're just going to do this now. They've been planning this. They knew what was happening in 2016. And also, let's be fair, Tata Steel has been constantly scrounging for handouts. Constantly. Okay, just got to check something. Oh, something else has happened. We've got... Okay, right. Busy scenes inside Dublin Airport after dozens of flights have been cancelled. Lots of flights, I was saying earlier, over 100 odd flights have been cancelled. Crikey. My dear missus, alright, she was going through Cambridge on the train to get to Norwich from Stansted because there's a bit of a diversion thing going on. And if it was today, the likelihood she wouldn't have got home. Got to to my daughter's home. So yeah, so she chose the right day. It was yesterday she left. So more than 100 flights have been cancelled by airlines at the airport due to the high winds lashing Ireland. Oh dear. What can you say, eh? What can you say? Right, back into the chat. Don't forget about you, do I? Scrolling down, and then we'll scroll back up again. Right, Kipper check. Yes, I can hear Kipper. Excellent, thanks for that. Nice one. So, we've got the Kippers. That means the other things are working as well. I don't know what's going on there. It's gone a bit loopy. Oh, you can hear the Kipper. Okay. Did I overdo the Kipper then? Oh, dear. Hello, B. Does hope you well. More listening than writing tonight. No worries, Peter does. Take care, buddy. I hear you, Kipper. I hear you, Kipper. Kipper check, Kipper check. We hear you, Kippers. Okay, thank you. It's good to know. Once the mightiest navy in the world, the Royal Navy has been reduced to half a carrier fleet. But can you remember the two carriers that Boris Johnson sort of commissioned? 3 billion each. And one of them had a bent prop shaft. So I had to go back up to Scotland and what have you. Who paid that in the end? That's apparently a 25 million quid repair bill. Who paid for that? Wasn't it just wasn't it a manufacturing defect? Oh, I was listening to Bob Marley the other day. I got a Bob Marley record over there. I have. Yeah, yesterday. It's actually on my record there. He is actually on my record, Bob Marley. Hi from Scotland. Hello, Leslie. Hello there. What about your Grangemouth? Oh, dear. Your refinery. Good evening, France. From West Wales. We invented iron and steel production. once. Okay, well, it ain't going to be much longer, it doesn't seem, does it? Not virgin steel, anyway. So, apparently more efficient, but maybe they need 2 reactors. Reactors, done that again. I mean furnaces, 2 furnaces. Yeah? Maybe they can have a smaller furnace, smelting furnace for iron ore. They don't mine much iron ore in the UK anymore either. They still do some, but it's not like it used to be. Back in I can't remember this now. 1908, Britain was producing around 16 million tons of iron ore mined in the UK, and I don't know what it is now. It's less than that now. So, 100 years for you. Well, 120, 150 odd years. They need to bring back Game for a Laugh and Beagles About. They need to bring back Benny Hill and Carry On. Yeah, that's serious, because it's just rude. And Little Britain. Good for the wind farms. No, it's not good for the wind farms. The wind farms will be shut down in this wind. They'll put the brakes on. That's what they'll do. They'll tether the blades. The thing about wind generators or hydro generators, you either have to turn them off. If you're not using all the electric, you either got to turn them off, or you basically got to shut them down, or you got to have a dump load of some description. That's the only thing with that sort of thing, because they basically they catch a light. Whereas solar, it doesn't matter. You know, if you're not using the power, it doesn't matter. Solar. But anything that has a permanent magnet motor in it, that requires that power to be used. Hi, smashing boots. Smashing boots. Hello there. Hope you're well. Hi, Marcus. Still listening and loving it. Oh, thank you. All the way from Boulder, Colorado. Keep up the good work, my friend. Oh, Colorado. Crikey. Did you... Well, it looks like they voted against Donald Trump in Colorado, wasn't it? You got like 9 seats there, I think it is. My fear was flying in the wind last Friday. Rather windy here. My fear was flying. Well, literally. Or was it just going really quick? My back doesn't like shoveling it, though. Shoveling what? Oh, shit. I don't know. What are you shoveling? Snow? You got snow. Crikey. Well, we haven't had no snow yet here in France. We had a little bit of very, very light dusty stuff, and that was about it. Has Ginger's told you about the rare treat I afforded her when she was in Edinburgh? That sounds rude. I don't know about your rare treats. Oh, blimey, you saucy devil, you. Here in Ayrshire, snow doesn't last that long. Dreadnoughts. Hello, number 3, hope you're well. And other ships were being built at the time. God, the old dreadnoughts. Yeah, well, they just decommissioned a load of ships, haven't they? I can't remember which ones they are now, but loads has been decommissioned. And now we've got flippin' Kim Jong-un, Dun, whatever it is, the guy without an anus. According to that film, the interview. Anyway, so I want to see the film with the interview when he had to shove the suppository up his butt. No, to hide the ricin poison. Anyway, so so I think it's going to be eaten by a tiger or something. Anyway, he got mounted by a tiger. I can't remember that. Yeah. Anyway, it's a film called The Interview. Funny film. Anyway, what was my point? Oh yeah, Kim Jong-un is now bragging about these new like torpedo missile things. So like nuclear torpedoes, which could basically, I suppose, create a tsunami or something. I suppose, you know, a big old tidal wave and wipe out coastal towns. Lovely people, aren't they? You know. Ginger's dross. I have no idea what Top Smoker's talking about. Oh, you don't have to. Don't worry, Gingers. What is between you and Top Smoke can stay between you and Top Smoke. Okay. King Yun haircut 100. Yes. Oh, I mean, Ahoy! Ahoy! Just saying hello there. Hope you're well. Oh, we've got 65 people here now. Top smoke. Kimchi. Oh, I like kimchi. I make kimchi. I got the the big old radishes and stuff like that as well. Cabbage. Kimchi. Brilliant food. Brilliant dictator. He's as good as that Baron, Cock and Baron, whatever his name is, in the film The Dictator. Gotta make a point, yeah. Yeah. Marcus' biggest fan, hello. Rare Edinburgh treats include not hearing bagpipes for once. That is the sound, isn't it? Staying away from the town centre and having less than 5 stitches in a wound. What? Oh, naughty but nice, Scootaloo. Oh, God. On my other channel, everyone thinks I'm Jack Black. I got my beard, you see. Well, his beard has kind of come out like that now, and he's like Krusty the Clown. I don't mind. The man's a genius. Oh dear. Derek Mulready, hope you well. Intermittent power cuts in this current storm will be across the north of England tonight. Several large 100+ trees are down. And there's bucketing rain. Okay, what is the latest? Anything else happened? Nothing just yet, according to this. Yep. Just reset that. No, nothing quite there just yet. So yeah, this tickled me a little bit. It shouldn't do, but when Nigel Farage shared that, I thought, what you flippin' numpty. Then again, he's going to deny Brexit had anything to do with it. It's like the media hasn't even mentioned it. It's just crazy. Yeah, one individual. This guy has been interviewed by Byline Times, and he was the ex-First Minister, Carwyn Jones. And I think it's worthwhile listening to what he had to say. I apologise if you've heard this already, but
Conservative MPs and Brexiteers like Nigel Farage in the last couple of days has blamed the closure of the steelworks on net zero hysteria or climate policy. How much truth is in that?
None.
None.
Simple answer. Why is it that the Netherlands plant at IJmuiden and Tata's operations elsewhere in the EU are not being affected, and yet it's the UK's operations, and particularly those in Wales, that are taking the brunt of the redundancies? We've seen what's happened within the EU, we've seen what's happened in the UK. Why the difference?
yeah, why aren't we shutting
It's
down
the largest steelworks in Britain, and it's just announced it's closing.
in the EU?
For the last 24 hours, the entire British media have been here reporting. But if you watch their coverage, none of them are asking why it's closing, why it's happening. It's a significant moment in British manufacturing, and no one's asking why. If you turn on GB News, if you turn on right-wing commentators, if you listen to Tory MPs, they'll tell you it's because of net zero hysteria. So no one seems to know what's going on. But there's one person who does. Carwyn Jones. He was the First Minister of Wales from 2009 to 2018. He oversaw all of the transition period. Post-Brexit, he oversaw the major meetings that happened at TATA. So this is the truth about why that plant has closed down.
In 2016, there was certainly a change in terms of the UK government's activity around Tata. Pre the Brexit referendum, they were very active. Sajid Javid and I went to Mumbai. We talked to Tata after the referendum. Zero interest in the steel industry, and that, I'm afraid, has remained the case since.
When you were First Minister, you would have been having conversations with people at the top of TATA, with government ministers for years post-Brexit. How often do these concerns come up in those meetings?
If you're a business, you want certainty, first of all. You need to know that there is an agreement in place. Whether you like it or not, at least it's there. And you know that you can shape your business accordingly. At the moment, because there are so many siren voices in the Conservative Party that are looking to shape Brexit in their own particular way, there's no certainty. Who is going to invest in the UK if they can't have certainty for the future? And of course, Brexit has created all this uncertainty, then of course magnified by the failures of successive governments in London to take a decision and stick to it in terms of our trading relationship with Europe. Why is it that the Netherlands plant at IJmuiden and Tata's operations elsewhere in the EU are not being affected, and yet it's the UK's operations, and particularly those in Wales, that are taking the brunt of the redundancies? There is something there, a question there that I think needs to be addressed. Well, when you leave one of the world's biggest markets, it's inevitable that you will not have the same ability to export unless you put in place a series of arrangements that enable you to do as you did before. And that hasn't happened in the UK. And what's making it worse is that businesses now are thinking, well, what happens if the Conservative Party takes a far more hardline view in terms of Brexit? What does that mean in terms of our business model? All that uncertainty makes the UK a more difficult place in which to invest. It is inevitable that if there are barriers put up between one market and another, that's not going to help somebody selling into that second market. And that's what we've seen recently, of course. I think the uncertainty surrounding Brexit, the uncertainty in terms of the future, the civil war that's taking place inside the Conservative Party, all these things are factors that any business that's looking to export to the EU will take into account when deciding to invest in the UK. I think one of the problems is the UK government is not interested in the steel industry. If we see the responses that have been made over the past few days, they're nonchalant, they are apathetic. I know, for example, that the current First Minister has said he's been trying to get a meeting with colleagues in London. That hasn't happened. They just seem to be sitting back and doing nothing. And I think people will judge them on that. Yes, they're not directly closing the plant, as Margaret Thatcher did with the mines, but they're sitting back and allowing this to happen. And people, I don't think, will accept that.
Has anyone else from the mainstream media asked you these questions in the last 24
I think
hours?
at the moment the focus has been on the immediate issues.
So you're saying none of the journalists have asked you about what has caused this yet?
No.
Oh, blimey. It's not just the steel industry, is it? It's pretty much any industry that wants to export into the EU or import into the EU, and they have to abide by the EU's rules, you know. But obviously they used to be our rules, but not anymore. Because now we've left the European Union, we can do whatever we like, yeah. We can charge more for your beer and wine. Having it every minute, every day, and having the players call you a twat for not putting money in their box because you run out of change after the first 15. I'm confused now. Okay. I mean, every day, and having the players call you a twat for not putting money in their box because you run out of change after the first 15. Okay, I'm confused. It's a conspiracy, says number 3. Nigel Farage is just, yes. And he wants us all to starve of mass starvation. Well, he's pretty much propping himself up in the United States at the moment. You've got Donald Trump over there. I'm finding that a lot of people aren't really that way, as you know. There's less and less interest in Brexit, and UK's covered quite a bit already by other channels, so I might add in some other stuff. I might do more world news as well, occasionally, split up a little bit. Broaden my horizons. That's it. Okay, there we go. There is no change in the current trading relationship with Europe. Obviously not. It was decided in the Trading Cooperation Agreement, and the EU has no plans to change it. In fact, they've made that quite clear. They've made that statement several times. It's just not. It's not a renegotiation in 2025, is it? It's just is this working or is it not? You know, they might say, okay, we could maybe tweak a few things or something, but as far as it's going to go. But we've been here before, like regarding the Windsor Framework. That's tweaked, but that ain't helped. No. For instance, because of the Windsor Framework, Northern Ireland is going to be short of medicines for vets. You know, vet medicines. You know, pet vet. Anyway, medicines for animals in Northern Ireland because of the Windsor Framework. A lot of them come from Britain into Northern Ireland, but that's. Yes, the thing is, you see, with human medications that was included in the Trading Corporation, with the Trading Corporation Agreement that was included, but not pet medicines. All they did is extended the transition period for it. That's all they did. So there's going to be a shortage of it. But it's not just that. It's also in the EU. Okay, this would affect the whole of the UK anyway, to be fair, because the EU is banning amalgam. In the EU, your fillings, your silver fillings, And as such, most of the amalgams is it comes from places like Germany and places like that, for these silver fillings. So Northern Ireland isn't going to be able to get it, via their normal routes, but also it's going to have a knock-on effect on the rest of the United Kingdom as well. So dentists are going to be crying out for this stuff, and they won't be able to get it. So you'll be getting ceramic fillings costing 20 times more, or something stupid. So yeah, it's just one thing after another. It's not over yet. The end of this month is the end of the Well, they haven't said they're going to postpone it again. So we should be seeing checks at the end of this month, the start of the checks, and full phytosanitary checks in April. Can you imagine what is going to go on at the ports? They ain't ready. And they ain't ready. According to Doug Bannister. And they're not going to be. So, it's just mental. Hey, Lee Corn, hope you're well. Charles Newhart, joint Tory MPs resign. Yay. What joint Tory MPs resign? Which ones? I need a cup of tea. Be right back. Okie dokie. Get yourself a cuppa. I've got some green tea here. Got my green tea. Yeah, so I've got my beer. I forgot my glass for my green tea. So I have to finish my beer off and I'll use that. Beer tinged green tea. Think I was kidding? Oh, quick, I'm not fussy. No. There you go. So, it does really make me wonder. It does. It really does make me wonder. All right, there we come. Let loose the dogs of war. Says Joel Maros to Duke of Vengeance. Scrolling down. Legal. Everyone's saying hello. Nice cup. Oh, we got this cup. Remember them? Geraldine, she sent me 2 more. I got 4 now. They're still going strong. It's good. We've got a cup in the camper and got a cup for the workshop. And, yeah, they're good. Up we come. Bum. Right, okay, here we go. Right. I don't know how long I can suffer this beard, though. How do people do it? A big old beard. This is a thing, isn't it? It shouldn't be there. It's just annoyance. It's got past the itchy stage. Yeah. Right, where are we? Oh yeah, by the way, taxpayers are funding these redundancies. Because in the day, £500 million from the government, as they say from the government, that's from you, obviously, to help with the plan to sack 2,800 people. Well, actually, to go over to these arc furnaces, which has basically made it a necessity to get rid of 2,800 people. But these people voted for it. What was that 57% in Wales voted for leaving the European Union? So 57%, I think it was. It was quite high. Almost shooting yourself in the foot. Still sad though, because people are losing their jobs. They're not going to pay their mortgages, are they? What happens then? What support are they going to get? Probably 0 with this flipping government. So the company which is getting 500 million from the government to help with this plan. Okay. In what one union said would be a crushing blow to workers and the UK steel making, Port Talbot's parent company, the Indian-owned Tata Steel, told workers' representatives that it could no longer afford to continue production in the loss-making plant in the South of Wales, while it completed a 4-year transition plan to, greener production. The company, which is getting £500 million of taxpayers' money to help with the plan, broke the news during a summit at the five-star St James Court Hotel in London, which is also owned by the TATA Group. The Shadow Business Secretary, Jonathan Reynolds, lashed out at the government for providing TATA with funds to pay for its green transition plans without securing or guaranteeing on the jobs. That's a very valid point. But if the jobs aren't there, they're not there, are they? You can't there's no point guaranteeing the jobs if they're doing a job for them. It just isn't, I just think we should have done both. Because I think making yourself vulnerable, you can't get away from it. You are so reliant on steel, steel production in the UK, and it should be treated as one of the amenities. It's like like water and like electricity and stuff like that. Without it, you can't build. It's just crazy. So instead, we're going to be doing these electric arc furnaces, which will make the steel from recycled scrap. It's cheaper and it's a greener process, but virgin steel's used for other stuff. You can't. We'll still be buying in virgin steel from abroad because of this. And also I was thinking about, is this going to be some kind of circular or internal economy where you're just recycling the same old steel again and again and again? But then I suppose if you're buying stuff in from overseas, you're going to be bringing in more potential supply, cars and what have you. We're going to be flooded with BYD Chinese electric cars, aren't we? And same in the EU. But there's difference. In the EU, that's what they've done is they've gone over to some EU representatives, gone to the EU. Gone to TATA to see what the score is, because they want to know whether or not Tata Steel is unfairly subsidised by the CCP. CPB. China CCP. Yeah. Just think of Robocop. So Garden understands, or the Garden, the newspaper understands that about 200 jobs could be saved under a proposal to keep some of the site's mills open to roll steel slab. But the decision is a huge blow for the town, where the local economy is so heavily dependent on literally on a single factory. This is haven't got enough eggs in. You need more eggs in your basket, or it's just. It's always been a dangerous game, isn't it? This is what happens when you don't invest in small, medium enterprises, or you allow them to basically fall flat on their face. When you have more of less, more businesses, but they can be smaller businesses, you have stability. It's like spokes in a wheel, If you lose one spoke in the wheel you'll carry on riding up that hill. You lose two, you might get stuck in a bit of a wobble. You lose three, it's getting a little bit uncomfortable. And your brakes are going, and then you lose another one and your wheel collapses. It's that kind of thing, You need stability in the form of multiple small businesses. That's one of the problems when you have all these industries all being gobbled up by bigger industries, competitions. What the competition regulator, what happens there now? In the EU, they don't like it, do they? They, don't allow industries to, competition rules and all that. Have too much unfair. Well, let's be honest. I think YouTube's got an unfair advantage. Twitter has got an unfair advantage. You've got Blue Sky and all these others trying to make their way, aren't you? And obviously, and Threads. But everyone ends up back on Twitter again. Or flirt between the two. Because where the old people are. The same with YouTube. There's all these platforms out there. There's a Clapper and there's loads of them. Loads of right-wing ones. It's nuts. Right, back into the chat. I lost my voice already. Yes, there's Margaret Thatcher 2.0. It is. with the coal mines. In some ways, I shouldn't say this, but in some ways I'm kind of glad, because moving away from stuff that damages the environment makes a massive amount of makes a lot of sense. But we need to find jobs for these people, so we need a counter. So it should be more graceful in the way that we went about it, and not just say, "Oh, I'll bug you lot, we're gonna sack you." Another ground example: privatisation. Spot on. How well privatisation works, selling them off to foreign investors. So yes, what we got is a situation where we're sucking the money's being sucked out of us from energy companies or products in general, ends up in the pockets of these corporate organisations, and they just sort of either share dividends and bonuses, God knows what else, or the companies themselves are owned by overseas companies, company owning a company. Still seem quite right, but there you go. And these are shell corporations now, and they're just offshoring all the money. It's a way of bleeding the country dry. Very few British industries are not foreign owned. I know, like Servco is part French. Obviously EDF is French. Water, gas, power, rail, yes, steel, etc. Because they invest. The thing about direct foreign investment, really, ideally, it should be going to the people. Even if it's like, for instance, investing in energy improvements, like for instance, renewables or insulation in people's homes and stuff like that. Madbug 33, I hope you're well. Did someone talk about a baby or something? Because he's got a little bit of time out. Oh yeah, good to know. You can have that instead. Oh dear. Jasper sent that over. Yeah, tractor porn. Oh dear me. Right, up. Up to there you go. Oh, what the hell? There you go. Right, now, but back in so we I think we can be in agreement that Brexit does play a part in all this. It's not 100% Brexit, obviously, but it's not helping the situation. Now, Tata Steel, back in June 2016, June the 15th, 2016, almost pleading with their staff to please don't vote Brexit. Pretty much, if you want to keep your jobs. So Tata Steel has become the latest employer to write to its staff on the benefits of the UK's EU membership. The Indian giant's message follows similar commentary from British Telecom and BAE Systems earlier this week. Well, this isn't this week because obviously it's back in 2016. Although the firm avoided not explicitly encourage staff to vote for either the Leave or Remain campaigns, its European head of public affairs, Tim Morris, emphasised that the EU remains the UK's largest export market for steel. It comes as the Indian firm continues to weigh its operations in the UK, and sources are suggesting that it's waiting on the result of next week's vote before making a decision. Oh. So, almost pleading with them, please don't vote to leave the European Union. That's like Marcus just before his bypass. Okay. What? I'm not. I can't be gum. Go Germany. Third time lucky. What's that about? Sorry, Mad Monk. Love you, Mad Monk. It seems we're going back to the Bronze Age. Oh yeah, bronze is good stuff though, isn't it? You know, yeah, getting those bronze, expensive. The night of the walking boobies. Of course, you've got to have the walking boobies. Or boobies? You mean boobies? I have to wait another month for my info. Oh. I'm very tired tonight. Why is that? Yeah, TATA warned them. They did. I was just about to use a super chat immunity. The EU warned them. Okay. Brexit means that EU protections work against British steel production. It's not in their favour. It's all. I'd say it's all about Brexit. Yeah. I would as well, but there are factors, aren't there? Everyone's struggling at that moment. Yeah, Adam Posson, he also warned them. The thing that got me about Adam Posson's, he used to be in the Bank of England, as an economist in the Bank of England. Anyway, he went to work for the Peterson Institute of Economic Research. And he's made several statements. You might have seen the one of him saying that how stupid it is, Brexit, you know, how bad it's going to be and all that regarding the European Union and, yeah, shoot yourself in the foot. Make it very difficult to trade with your nearest partner, business partner. And he made another prediction just over a year ago where he's, not prediction, he was saying about inflation being fueled by the lack of workers and stuff like that from the EU because we need people. But also, he made another statement regarding the loss of economic output. Now, the official figures was we would likely see a 4% loss of economic output because of Brexit. The latest figures are actually near 6%, which is what Adam Posson predicted. He said it would be nearer 6%. He said it was too optimistic. It's be nearer 6% or higher, he said. And he's right. It worked out to be recently. It could get worse, but you know it was at 6%. So I think I know who I'd listen to. He seems pretty clued up, you know. He knows what he's talking about. Oh, Mad Monk! Thankfully I missed that horror. I was getting a beer out of the fridge. That just means I'm gonna have to do it again. The Brexiters wanted experience to be their best teacher. But have they learned anything? They will never learn anything because people that, I mean, they weren't willing to learn during the Brexit referendum. It's just like, I just want the Brexit. That's all they wanted. Yeah, just want Brexit. Nigel Farage, Boris Johnson, they just wanted their Brexit, and and all those 57% in Wales who decided they want to leave the European Union because they just wanted their Brexit, and they go on about they're all unelected in the EU. Do you know your MEP? Did you know who he was? Well, that's not their fault. That's because you couldn't be asked to find out for yourself. I'll be able to be honest with you. I didn't have a blooming clue who my MEP was. The thing about the EU, I find it's a little bit discreet in lots of things. No one was complaining about the European Union until Nigel Farage started saying all this crap. And then Cameron, after he's touched up a pig, or pig touched him up, I don't know which way around it was, but anyway, he had something for a pig. In between doing that, he then decided to announce a referendum, an in-out referendum. Complete madness. Mark Wilkie, hello there, I hope you're well. Let's woofle the UK. I put the cross in the right box. That I did. That sounds like something I would say. Lefty Burger. I hope you're not too windy and bobbing about there in your boat. Saved by the Bear. Oh, crikey, yeah. The fall of the UK is hilarious. I love it. It's people's lives now. It's not just that, is it? It's kids, their families. We're seeing more. What is also sad is there's a lot the suicide rates are going through the flipping roof. You know, which is very, very sad. I can't, there's no justification for that. I'm not going to gloat over people killing themselves. That's just horrendous. You know, just like what was happening to the post office and all that. Was it 10 people, 10 suicides, and all those convictions? They're innocent. Reminds me of Ian Hislop when he is accosting Priti Patel and just trying to advocate for the death penalty. You know, and what did he say about when she said, "Oh, obviously they'd be innocent," or something. No, they'll be dead. He goes, or something like that. It's people horrendous. So yeah, I still think it's sad, even though I think it's their own doing. I don't condone. I'm not going to try and make out that. Oh yeah, I'm so happy because no, they got kids, you know, families and all that. Yeah, they made a mistake. Yeah, they're foolish, and in some cases pretty darn stupid. But you know, what can you say? When the vote came in, I was a bit shocked, really, at the time. Not just because disappointed this happened, but think, why would people vote for that? Cutting themselves off and their kids from being able to live, love, and work across 27 odd member states. This just didn't make any sense at all to me. It really didn't. It's madness. Why anyone would do that? They thought nothing was going to change. Oh! The EU needs us more than we need them. Remember that? Oh, God, how many times you hear that? Who will make our right hand drive cars? That's a good point, actually. Leslie, that's actually a good point. If all the car manufacturing in the UK shuts down because they can't get the steel to press the panels, it's... Well, cars are pretty much imported anyway, aren't they? So maybe, I don't know. There. Veg boy, hello there. Why can't things just get better? Oh, I just wish they would, you know. I'd like to start doing something different with this channel. I really would. Take it somewhere else. It's... When you're surrounded by this level of stupidity and ignorance and racism, it's getting worse, isn't it? It's just, it's painful sometimes, you know. Oh God, you know, as you know, I've got black granddaughters and and a grandson now, and and the idea that if the thought that racism is getting, you know, it's getting more of a problem, like what's happened regarding these footballers in Italy, what have you. It's not just there, is it? It's getting horrendous. It's getting horrendous, and a lot of it's happened since Brexit. So Brexit's also put fuel to the fire for
Smaller in
other
number,
countries
are we?
as well, hasn't it?
But
You know?
larger in mind.
Oh, thanks, Veg Boy. Well, I can't think. I've always said that, haven't I? Why can't things just get better? I know. Number 3, assume that the liars and fascist types are truly evil beings in human form, and yeah, then you may well be correct. I can't disagree with that. It's like Chris Phelps the other day. He was saying that trying to make out, cracking Rishi Sunak has kept up with his pledges. We've closed 50 hotels, asylum hotels. We're closing. We're good, aren't we? We are. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, keep up with our pledges and all that. Yeah, what they don't tell you is the fact that they've just moved all these asylum seekers to more hotels that happen to be 70 miles down the road. Talk about trying to manipulate the flipping figures. And yet they always seem to get caught out, but people don't hear that bit. The damage is already done. You know? All the racists here, crikey, the Tories have managed to do this. They've shut all these hotels down. And yeah, as far as they're concerned, it's a done deal. It's okay, Japan drives on the left. Oh, okay, we have Japanese cars. That's all right, we're already doing this then. The Met Office says a tornado could hit western parts of a tornado. Well, we've had tornadoes here. I've actually, God, bizarre. I was sitting, I think I told you the story before. I was sitting out there. This was last year, the year before. The year before, and during the autumn, the wind has whipped up all the leaves, the cut grass off the field, into like a twister. I mean, right high, big old proper twister. And all of a sudden, just poof, gone. Well, now we're going to a twister. We got a tornado. Oh yeah, boot the old like button while you're here. Be most kind. Do. Doc David says I can't piss in the wind here. No, don't do that. You get wet shoes. Yes, it's very windy, so I hear. They should move all the asylum seekers onto Harry's farm. They'd soon process them. Oh. If you don't know who Harry's farm is, he's another YouTuber. He's also got Harry's Garage or something as well, you know. He's obviously a Tory. He's not keen on Brexit, though. So, or the way the government has handled it, at the very least. So, anyway, yeah, he's processing like peas, I suppose. You process peas, not people, you know. I have a Mazda. Best car I have ever owned. Left-hand drive. What's the best car I have ever owned? Right. If I say my best, I've had a few Jags in the past. And my XJR would have been the supercharged one. That would have been my best car. But also probably the most problematic car. But my God, that thing was quick. For a big car, that was quick. Other than that, it would have to be my old Nissan Patrol. I loved that thing. It was a big old metallic red butch thing. It was with like flared wheel arches and stuff. You know, 4 litre straight six engine. I loved that thing. Absolutely loved it. But I did about 20 miles to the gallon, so it was ridiculous. So that's the reason I got rid of it, because I started doing my university course at that point, and it's I couldn't afford to put fuel in it to get to university. So that wasn't great. So anyway, I got rid of it. I wish I didn't, though. I wish I still had it here. I tell you, flipping now, that thing had power. Strong, good towing vehicle as well. I saw a large tornado in the USA, and I was driving and went in the opposite direction at high speed. So it didn't suck you in then, I suppose. Left-hand drive cars, not good for wee Scottish roads. What was that? I think it depends on the car. You see, my car, I'm not going to change my car because at the end of the day, it still goes, it gets me from A to B. That's all I care about. It don't go very far anyway. And it's still right-hand drive, even though I'm in France and obviously they drive left-hand drive here. But it's Nissan Patrol, and the vision in it is really good because you've got quite high windows all the way around. So I don't really have much of an issue with it. The only problem I do have with it is when you're on a junction, you've got to turn right, and it's like a flared type junction. You see down the road when Caroline's sitting beside me. I've got, Caroline, get your head back, you know. That's about it all. Apart from that, it's fine. But I can see the problem in an ordinary car where you've got limited visibility anyway. You're going to have a massive blind spot. Honda Accord, early model. Ahead of its time compared to the domestic rubbish. Good car, Honda Accord. Odin's bed. Oh, I am. Oh, blimey. Thanks for that. Jared Smith. Hello there, Jared Smith. My car was very popular with the petrol companies. A Daimler 66. Yes, I can imagine. The Jags like oh crikey, the supercharged Jag I had that did about 12 miles to the gallon. That was horrendous, absolutely horrendous. I had the S Type, which was that was a nice car, but it's basically based on a Mondeo really. I've had XJ40s, like the XJ6s, and that. I've had 2 of those, old ones, always liked them. Always liked them. I don't know why. Any mechanic would tell you to stay away from Jags and Range Rovers. I have to admit, my S-Type was pretty darn reliable. I had no problems with that whatsoever until I pressure washed the engine. That was a mistake. All of a sudden, it can't. It didn't run right after that. Oblique junctions are difficult and left-hand drive. Well, my mates nicknamed and shove it the Flintstones mobily due to the holes in the floor. Wait, what you got? What holes in the floor? What have I missed? What have I missed? Oh, crikey! Was a Vauxhall shove it. Well, the Morris Miners were prone to having holes in the floor as well, so I had 7 Morris Miners. The floor pans, especially the cars. The Traveller and the vans and the little trucks were okay because they were all built on the chassis, but the cars were monocoque construction, and the floors and the sills used to rot out in them. Yeah, the bottoms of the doors used to rot. Apart from that, a great little car. And I've had 7 of them. Monkey Miners. Right, where was I? So yes, the government announced that it would be Tata Steel is expected to invest 1.2 billion, including the UK's government grant worth up to 500 million, one of the largest government support packages in history. In a new electric arc furnace for greener steel production at Port Talbot, which is currently the UK's largest single carbon emitter. So basically, yes, we have funded the 2,800 job losses at Tata Steel. But but the thing is, though, why has Tata decided to shut down their other plants? Oh, I wonder why that is. Oh, well, blimey. So in Europe, Tata Steel achieved a complete separation of its UK and Netherlands operations in October 2021. Under the new structure, Tata Steel UK and Tata Steel Netherlands will operate as 2 independent companies pursuing separate strategic paths. So there's no connection anymore, obviously because of Brexit. And Tata Steel is now they haven't just got thing about Tata Steel. They're not just in at Port Talbot. No, we've got Port Talbot. Port Talbot's integrated steelworks is responsible for producing high quality steel from iron ore. And Lamwen, oh, I don't even know. Continuing facets of this process are rolling steel products, which have been produced at the Port Talbot works into strip steel. And they apply metallic coatings which protect steel against corrosion. And Trostra. More than 600 people work at Trostra site in Llanelli in Wales, manufacturing approximately 400,000 tonnes of tin, chrome and polymers, because obviously got all the alloys as well, you see. Steels for packaging industry every year. All steel packaging product material produced at Trost is 100% recyclable. Probably going to end up back at Port Talbot once that plant is finished. Now, water is essential for rinsing and cleaning steel, which is destined for the food and beverage industry. And more than 90% of the water supply is via the site's own reservoir, apparently. Then you've got Corby. Corby Works are situated in Northamptonshire, which is often referred to as the heart of England. And the site is best known for the production of high-quality steel tubes. Tubes! Got to travel in tubes! That's what Chap Black said. It's Hartlepool. Hartlepool, a 20-inch pipe mill, is located in northeast of England, with an annual production capacity of approximately 220,000 tonnes of tube products for construction, engineering and energy infrastructure markets. I suppose it'd be like gas pipe, I suppose. The Hartlepool site has awarded first place in the 2016 Tata Steel Excellent Swords. Oh, the Green Award, you see, yeah, with a proactive approach to environment, which this is like greenwashing, isn't it? Oh yeah, we're doing everything we should be doing because we're environmental. We heat things up to very high temperatures. Yeah, how environmental is that? So, Shotton Steelworks is located in Connah's Quay, a small community and the largest town within Flintshire, North Wales. The town's history is deep rooted in the coal industry and gave perfect leverage to the steelworks which sit in its place today. The site, which sits near the border between England and Wales, is best known for TATA steel colours through its manufacturing metallic coated and pre-finished steel. And Shapfell. Shap in Britain's most northerly is Britain's most northerly lime producer, and its limestone quarry and lime kilns, emblematic of the village, produce high performance products which meet the needs of a broad spectrum of applications, whatever that means. The site has been producing quicklime and limestone products for over half a century. Well, that's not steel. So yeah, so they're quite prolific in the United Kingdom. Up they are. I'm sure they know what they're doing. Clanelli. No point telling me it. Clanelli. Clanfilly. Clanfilly? Clanfilly? Oh, I don't blooming know. Crikey, it's confusing. Clanfilly. Oh, what? I can't hear you. Maybe I can put it into Google Translate or something and ask them to tell me what it's supposed to sound like. I could do that. Right, where is it? Right, okay.
Clanelli.
That doesn't look like anything how it's spelled.
Clanelli.
Alright, Clanelli. Okay. Why are paying an Indian steelmaker make Jaguar Land Rover? Yeah, because they also own Jaguar Land Rover as well. I did have it all here, actually. Where's the list of the companies they own? Oh, I don't want that one. Not on that one. Okay, there we come. Not that one there. I did have the list there, and now I've lost it. Oh. So yeah, Jaguar Land Rover has been sold left, right, and centre. Left, every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Was it? Did BMW have it at one point or something? They've still got the Mini, haven't they? Good at making sauce for fish. Oh, Tata. Why are we paying Indian steelmaker to make Jaguar Land Rover? So there you are. Sell your companies to Johnny Foreigner, and there you go. Yeah, of course. Yeah, but it's Johnny Foreigner, is it? So so-called companies in the UK, registered companies in the UK as asset holding companies in the UK, but the shareholders are Johnny Foreigner. So they could be sold, to companies in the UK, but they don't pay no taxes on the money they earn. It's all ring fenced. 8% or something of transports cargo in Portugal and Spain stopped hauling cargo directly 8% directly to the UK, and use segregate companies, and it's not Brexit. Really. I mean, are you being sarcastic by any chance? It's got to get worse. Can you imagine the state the ports are going to get in once these checks start coming in? Flipping hell. Especially Dover. I drove my BMW 100 miles in the snow last Wednesday and it was fine. A 3-litre Auto 1 Series. 1 series. A 3-litre 1 series. I got AA fix or repair daily escort Mark 1. Mark 1 bodywork. Was okay, but rarely start without a jump or bump start. Crikey, the Mark 1. My, Robert Blythe, my old buddy, used to live on Savile Road in St Andrew, and he had we call it banana car. It was a sort of semi-hot rodded Mark 1 Escort with Cobra alloys and stuff on it, and crikey, and raised on the back. It looked ridiculous. Flipping hell. It looked absolutely ridiculous. I can't say how it'd been legal, but there you go. Bright yellow it was, yeah, hence banana car. No, it's not. Oh, crikey. Confusing me now. That's what you're doing. You're confusing me. Right. Let me come. The main cargo companies use surrogates and divert resources to Central Europe and Scandinavia and some to Italy. Sounds a bit like what Russia's doing regarding how the fact that we're still all using Russian oil. The UK doesn't produce steel. 4,014 companies within it do. Okay, I don't understand that. Sorry, the UK doesn't mind that their football clubs are owned by Russian oligarchs, and they don't care about other. Oh, what happened to him? Oh, crikey, Abramovich. Nelly the effluent. Are you talking about Teresa Kofi? Yeah, and her gaff. Nope. Oh, okay. Aluminium Rolls Royce. Okay, got you. So is the UK still going to produce steel, or is it? No, it's still producing steel. It's just they won't be smelting iron ore, so there won't be virgin steel. It's going to be recycled steel. So basically, I don't know, all your steel cans and stuff end up this place, and it's going to be smelted using these electrodes in a big pan for this arc furnaces. Qatar owns all commercial buildings in crikey. Well, they've got P&O Ferry, so what they did over there, 800 odd people got lost their jobs, didn't they? And
Smaller in number, are we?
Boycott,
but larger in
we're going to
mind.
boycott P&O ferries. Yeah. Last about a week, and obviously they start booking their ferry trips for the holidays. Oh, cool. Thanks, Kevin. Do you think the DUP will rejoin the government or continue crying about Brexit border they created? Ooh, I don't think they'll rejoin the government as in a coalition government with Tories. Or do you think they're going to, Stormont and all that? Well, I think they're little shites. So I think any opportunity to get a bit more power, they'll do it. Have more say. Because on the last time, if you remember, Arlene Foster negotiated a $1 billion payoff, didn't she? With Theresa May. So if they think they can actually get some more money for Northern Ireland, they will. So I think they probably would do it. They might say otherwise, but I think they probably would do it. And I'll bet you that would be the protocol or the Windsor framework will be a part of the negotiation. Which probably means it can't happen then. I don't think any sane government, well, actually, no, it's Tories, but any sane government definitely would not destroy the Trade Corporation Agreement or make it not function. They wouldn't do that. It'd be madness. But then again, you might get reformed, so it might happen. God, so. But at least we're going to vote now, you see. Here in the EU, those of us who've been living over here for over 15 years can actually vote now in the UK, in elections in the UK, since that's, it's now, well, it's from last Tuesday it was. which is good because, this was going to be my last general election I could vote in. But now I can vote in all of them. I can be a pest. Yes. To the Tories. Yes. So, right. I was going to do something about... I'm losing my voice here. About Grangemouth oil refinery. I'll just touch on it for a minute, just so we can... Just one. They're talking about 500 odd jobs, but there hasn't really been talked about at all. There's been so much other stuff going. Yes, it's part of the problem at the moment. There's so much other stuff that is being talked about. Obviously, things keep happening. Other stories don't even get a look in, such as this one. So, Grangemouth oil refinery to shut down, raising concern for 500 odd jobs. And it's part owned by Ratcliffe, Jim Ratcliffe, the Brexiter, the one who lives in Monaco, the one who was going to be building the Grenadier in Wales, and then decided to buy a factory on the border of France and Germany. I think it was an old Mercedes plant or something. So plans by Petro Ineos to convert facility to an import terminal spark questions for Scottish economy and the UK refining capacity. One of my worries is that one day, if God forbid, but obviously I'm an atheist, but okay, what can I say instead? But anyway, it worries me that we're leaving ourselves wide open. Not just wide open, but also vulnerable in the sense that we can't actually sustain ourselves during war. Because although we haven't had a war for a while in the UK, I don't mean to say that it couldn't happen. Not what's going on around the world at the moment, A lot of these people thought they were safe. So, Grangemouth, oil refinery is to cease operations as soon as 2025, under plans announced by its owner, Petro Ineos. A joint venture between the Chinese state-owned firm and the petrochemicals empire owned by Monaco-based British billionaire Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Brexit. Amid warnings that the plan blows a hole in Scotland's industrial base, trade unions and politicians raise concerns about the job security and more than 500 people directly employed at the site near Falkirk, and the impact of closing one of the UK's 6 remaining large oil refineries on fuel supplies. So Petro Ineos, which has discussed its plans with the UK and Scottish governments, said it had no choice but to adapt to global pressures affecting the refining market. And the company said it hoped to transform Grangemouth, which already imports liquefied natural gas, LNG, from the US. Can you remember a lot of it's coming in on these big ships now, isn't it? Into a pure fuel import and export terminal within the next 18 months, and also explore low carbon options, including refining, and biofuels at the 99-year-old refinery. The Labour's Energy and Net Zero Secretary Ed Miliband said that the plan was deeply worrying for Grangemouth staff and their families. Oh, blimey. Struggle with names, I'll tell you. What was mine again? Anyway, so Labour is calling on both governments to get around the table urgently with business workers and unions to understand how jobs can be safeguarded for the future. Well, that ain't going to happen. They might get around the table, but they're not going to save it, not now. Labour have not. They've been asked about this, and they've pretty much said, well, it's too costly, not much we can do. And, the Tories are pretty much saying the same thing as well. So they ain't going to get saved. It's just like what's happened with Port Talbot. No one's going to commit the money, you see, because there ain't any. Any money that there is has to be borrowed. And if you look at the state of the flipping borrowing in the UK, now, oh crikey, Carol Vorderman, I did a little short video on it, but Carol Vorderman, she God, she put this into some kind of perspective. Back in 2010, I get it right in my head now. The national debt, was around 700 billion, and it was so bad and what have you. You know, Cameron was all up in arms about it. We've got to do something about this. We've got to do something about this. We've got to get the national debt down. We've got to get it down. You know, inflation and all that. Got to get the national debt down. So we'll have austerity. So we had austerity, and it set the ball rolling for everyone to be a downside poorer. And then, but that now, the actual inflation. Try to make out obviously, not inflation. The national debt is so high now. But back then they were trying to make out that Labour left it in hell of a state. And I think I'll be a little bit honest with this. I think Gordon Brown did a hell of a lot to save us, really, from the collapse, the financial crash. I think so, anyway. But then now, the national debt is about 2.7 trillion under the Tories. So there they are going on about keeping the national debt down. Responsible people they are, financially competent, economically competent. And now we've got over 2.7 trillion in debt. There's no way we're going to pay that off anytime soon. So we're never going to meet the 60% anyway to rejoin the European Union. As in, amount of national debt you're allowed to have as a country. So it's nuts. It really is nuts. Anyway, where were we? Back in the chat. Texture like sun. Oh, okay. Grangemouth. Okay, Grangemouth. The UK owned its steel production until Thatcher, though. Are you talking about the specific area in the UK? You've never mentioned that either. Okay. We haven't owned anything since Thatcher, pretty much. Everything's been privatised. So it's a crying shame. I mean, amenities, like, water. What? That's just nuts. It's madness. I think it's a bit blowy out there, as most of the modern fences are down, and then it ended up in the next town when removing what's left of my fence. There's only one kind of fence you want around your house, if you can have a wooden fence, and that's closed boarding. Those panels are useless. Don't bother with them. Slotted concrete posts are useless. Don't bother with them. Just go for 4x4. Just space it 5, maybe 6 foot apart. I used to be 5 foot. I did. Apart, so they were cheap. Tanlised posts, cant rails, and gravel boards, and a cap across the top between the each of the posts. Closed board fence, and it lasts. Feather edge boarding. Not that flipping stupid flimsy panels you get from Bloom B&Q. Waste of blooming time they are. They fall to pieces as soon as the wind hits them. We are in the 2020s and never mentioned anything about decades ago. Okay. Hello, Galaxy Fur. Without Scotland, UK would have ethyl oil. Yes. Yet we are going to be left without a refinery because one of the two-faced bastards, that is Jim Ratcliffe. Yes, and China. Yes, we were talking about this earlier. I think they're trying to make it impossible for Scotland to have independence. That's what I think. Get rid of its infrastructure so it's more dependent on the UK. Infrastructure that earns money, big money. Get rid of it. Is it a conspiracy? Maybe. I'd like to put something into Carol Boardman's perspective. What with her boobs and bums? I call her boob. She's all boobs, bums, and brains. That one I go. I love Carol Boardman. She liked one of my comments the other day. Yeah. on Twitter. No, I got a lot of respect for that one. But I got a bit of beer in my bonnet at the moment on my YouTube channel, my other YouTube channel, the woodworking YouTube channel, because oh crikey, you know when you're going on your flipping, you know, I know on your TikTok or for me it'd be like YouTube Shorts. Ooh, you get to doom scrolling, yeah. Oh, okay, there's another woodworker, you know, a so-called carpenter, but you can see a machine gun jumblies and her toe of a camel, you know. I wonder why you're doing that. Are you trying to show us your woodwork or something else? Are you just chasing views? Because look, like millions of views, you know. And I think, God, this is just, what does it say about us? You know, how shallow are we? But also, how shallow are they? You know, I sound like an old man, don't I? You know, but you know, if it was they were wearing this very provocative, very tight, very where you can almost see the hairs poking through the fabric, you know, that kind of, you know, sort of look. It's a bit scary in some way. Anyway, and because that makes them feel comfortable or confidence in themselves, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that at all. But when you know full well they're just doing it just to get the views, because obviously the camera angles and stuff like that, God's sake, it is incredibly shallow, and I actually find it insulting. I do. But saying that, I want to see more women get into woodworking, you know? But I want to see your skills, not your assets. Yeah, I'm getting old. Well. Now, we must respect women, but also women must respect the men as well. We must respect each other and just be decent human beings, you know? Oh, blimey. Time to get the nipple tassels out, my shorts. Did you see my video? I cover my nipples up with duct tape. Did you see the other video I did when I was naked with my mitre trimmer? It's obviously my woodworking channel. It's not on this channel. What's up, my Wally? What's up, little fella? Oh, there you go. Good boy, good boy. Who else? Who else is there? Is there another one over there? Maybe. Oh, where's the camera? There we go. Oh, there's a Dora. And where's Sebastian? Oh, he's in his basket over there. The light's a bit weird. It bounces off his head. Sebastian. Yeah, I got one instead. Oh, dear. Oh, back again. Alright. Look at me, the light colour's a bit weird, a bit pasty. Do. Time to get the nipple tassels out. Okay, maybe one day. Next video. Hey, QE Library. Hello there, my friend. Hope you're well. Next video. The Home Office has had to procure private boats at the cost of $36 million a year to help the Border Force patrol the channel for small boats, owing to the delay in plans to replace the current fleet. Haven't they still got those jet skis that Preet Patel trained all those geezers up for? Have they got those jet skis? And they've got to turn the boats around with the jet skis. Well, I don't think there'll be many people coming over the boats this week. Wait till I'm calling. Just is it? Apologise for that, but Wally wanted to go out. I saw your photo of you naked, holding your massive chopper. I'm scared for life. Oh, that one. Are you talking about the one with me on my bench? The black and white one. Oh, crikey. Oh. Steve McGowan, hope you well. When my partner and I went to Universal Orlando, her first visit to the USA, she asked me why women in America wear gym clothes out in public. I ain't got a problem with it. You know, it's just because I don't know, if you're comfortable, what have you. But I'll guarantee you, the way they've got the camera angles and stuff like that, how they set themselves up, it's just, they're prostituting themselves, pretty much. My dog is enjoying chicken gizzards. Oh, lovely chicken gizzards. You got to have your chicken gizzards, you know. Good grief. What planet are you on, Duke Vengeance? Okay, what's he said? Duke Vengeance, stop reading and listening to the English press, as SNP want the Tories out and are doing a better job than the waste monster criminal cabal. Oh, crikey. What have you said, Duke? You're on about the SNP now. There's loads of stuff on, crikey, about the SNP at the moment. I just flick past it now. I was just getting a bit bored of it. What I mean, just trying to make out that they're all criminals. Thatcher must be laughing hard. I convinced the French in letting you in, and you blew it all away. Nice going. Okay, swear word. Have fun cursing me. I know she cocked up, and I know she did a lot of stuff that we don't like, but was she honourable? I think she was. You know what she believed in. But what a witch. I wonder where oil will be refined in the UK now. I'm guessing somewhere in the south of England. Just like that when they shut Scottish ports, so everything goes through Felixstowe or Dover. I think we're going to be important as much as we possibly can, aren't we? Oh, crikey, it's Wally again. What's that, Wally? You've gone the wrong way, boy. What? He's giving me a look, he is. What are you giving me a look for, Wally? Huh? You gonna come up here? Whoa. Careful. No. What do you want? What are you trying to do? You can't come up there. Oh, what are you doing, fella? So what, Wally? What do you can't? No, leave the keyboard alone. Sebastian, enough of that. So Wally, how do you feel about the political situation in the UK? How do you feel about Tata? What? Tata Steelworks shutting, or shedding 2,800 jobs. What do you feel about the refinery in Grangemouth? Or both? No, he's not interested. So he don't care. It don't affect me, he goes. He's like blooming Brexit. Oh. There we go. Yeah, woof. Yeah, Sebastian's got a very high-pitched woof, he has. And I think he's gay. Yeah. Don't cross the streams! Don't do it, no. Sebastian is jealous. Yeah, he is. Crossing the choppers. Oh, dear. England has 5 refineries in England. So, yeah, remove Scotland's ability to sustain itself and shift it into England itself. What are you doing, Dora? Wally is the same colour as my cat. Got a ginger cat. He's a ginger. Yeah, I think Sebastian wants to share his political opinions with his glazed, gormless look. He doesn't spread over his head. He sort of stares at you. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Yeah. Stephen goes. Waffle. Well, he said the future looks rough. It does. It doesn't look too great, does it? I'm optimistic in some ways. I am, but the fact that obviously I think we're pretty certainly going to get rid of the Tories this year, but by how much? That's what it all depends on, though. Like I've said before, I am worried that Labour will get too much power. See what happens. What? Well, Sebastian's your favourite? Is what you're saying? Oh. Oh, he's a pretty boy, but he's flipping annoying. That bark is horrendous, just randomly. I mean, you get close to it, it just makes you jump out your skin. Abnormal Abner, hello, Dick Venture's going to be the world's most disappointed man when his party turn out to be Tory-like. By a man incapable of telling the truth. I don't know what his party, what party he supports. What's that, Wally? Port Talbot is a funny place. The speed limit is 50 miles per hour to save pollution, yet there's a huge industrial complexes. That's a valid point. Yeah, because they reduced all the speed limits, didn't they? So obviously, been a lot of controversy about that as well. Oh, damn me, it's nuts. Where are we? Speed limit on the M4. Okay. Well, that obviously be motorway speeds, and I think they're talking national speed limit. Are your dogs French nationalists? They are. They wear berries and everything they do, and scarves and onions around the necks. Yeah, they're all French dogs. It was confirmed on a live stream last night. Woofle, not woofle. Woofle, not woofle. Had dinner and now I'm hungry again. Oh no. I'm to cook for myself at the minute. Caroline's in the UK at the moment, so she's visiting our new grandchild. I managed to get out of that one. So yeah, I don't want to go there. Don't like it. Can't say I ever understood paying extra for clothes only to give the company free advertising. I don't get that either. I really do not get that. It's even like some YouTubers and that, they've got the names all plastered all over their merchandise. Why would they want that? Why do people want that? Okay, I do merchandise. I've got merchandise for me, but I just put a little logo in the corners just to say, I don't have like all shorts like across the front with a big Nike tag. No. God, it's absolutely blowing here. Yeah, up to 80 miles an hour. Okay, is there an update on the wind? No, not Therese Kofi. The wind. Oh my God, everything's minimised. Don't do that. Come back. Why is everything minimised all of a sudden? Come back. Nope, it's not that one. Blimey. Need that one back. That's back. Good, good, good. Why did everything minimise? Is that the weather? Can't find it all. There we go. Is that one? That's Grangemouth. Or mouth. That's that one. I'll just click on them all, shall I? What's that look? What? Apparently Grangemouth fate is sealed, according to Owen Jones. I bet you love Owen Jones, don't you? It's a bit of a run. He does talk a lot of sense sometimes, but sometimes it's a little bit too much. It's a bit too far on the left for me. And I believe that if you go too far on the left or too far on the right, eventually you shake hands. Not that one. Not that one. Is that the one with the weather on? Try to find the weather again. What's going on here? How's that happened? That's weird. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, hang on, is it that one? Nope. What? Do you mind, Wally? Wally's trying to empty my bin. Right. Excuse me. So is that one? Is that one? That one? Where were we? Where on earth has that gone? Why did everything minimise? Who did it? Was it you? Okay, got that back up again. That's good. Okay, we've got the chat back up. Let's go back to chat. Oh, it's bizarre when that happens. So So Caroline's away. Coup for the 5-hour live stream. And look, we've done 2 hours so far. I don't know if my voice will hold out that long. So, right, what's the last thing on there? Oh, there's a road closed. There is, yeah. A road closed in... What's that one? There you go. Road closed in northern Wales. Oh, crikey. Because there's a risk of falling trees, and police have advised the public to avoid the area they have. Well, the road's currently closed on the A5026 between Holywell and the A548 Coast Road due to the risk presented by falling trees. Please avoid the area. We had all this rain as well, haven't we? So we've got all this rain and wind. So you have loose roots. So you can imagine that trees are going to get blown down. It's a 90 odd mile an hour wind. That's a line. Now, this is something that peed me off when there we go. When Yvette Cooper was being interviewed by Laura Kuntensberg.
We've had low growth, low opportunities. It's time for something better. People deserve a fairer
Well, there
deal.
are plenty of people who come to the studio who would disagree with you. Many people watching might disagree with you too. But Yvette Cooper, you've set out Labour's position this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We've had low growth, low opportunities. It's time for something better. People deserve a fairer
Well,
deal.
there are plenty of people who come to the studio who would disagree with you. Many people watching might disagree with you too. But Yvette Cooper, you've set out Labour's position this morning. Thank you very much indeed for being with us now.
We've had
That was just blatantly rude. Not be professional at all, is it? But that's Laura Kuntensberg for you, isn't it? So, I love gala roof recovery. Maybe not in this weather, though. Don't think I'd get over Sutri Hill. I don't know what you're on about. Today on the news, a plane from the UK stopped so the cops could take a gammon out of the plane for disturbance. €5,000 to start. A ban from Schengen space and disobedient resistance. Wasn't there a riot or something on one of these aeroplanes that had to land in a bit of a hurry? Or was it just one person was causing the trouble? What an idiot. On a bloody aeroplane. Owen Jones and Philip Schofield, who would get on? Oh, sorry. Owen Jones and Philip Schofield would get on. They could sing bum 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 bummety bum bum. Okay. Yeah, I get you, Joe. Yeah, plane, not plane. Plane. Oh, plane as an aeroplane. I love gala. Sutra could be a problem. Mark's biggest fan. Oh. Come down the A67. I don't know the area, so I don't know. Check the Quen's Ferry crossing, all shorts. It's close. If it's closed, it's bad. Oh, okay. If it's closed, I want to know if it's going to be flooding. I can just imagine there's going to be masses of flooding. Apparently, it's closed due to double-decker buses. At first glance, here, Traffic Scotland, Queen's Ferry crossing. It's M90 closed to double-decker buses. Okay, it's this double-decker buses at the moment. The boys are going to be blown over, I reckon. Why are you showing that Tory-loving supporter? Which one? Oh, Lord Cantonsburg. Oh, yeah. She's awful. I think it's the A68 roof. Capri, might be wrong. Queensferry, yeah. That's forgot about Queensferry. A fight, but only an idiot got arrested, and it was yesterday or today. I heard about the plane had to come down the emergency landing. Anyway, he's sleeping in a jail cell, and the process is quick, unless he is to be incarcerated. Blimey, I think he should be, personally. Oh, double-decker buses aren't allowed on. Okay, it's closed double-decker buses. Well, this is from 9 p.m. 21st of January. So not allowed on there anyway. Oh, it is closed now. It says it's closed. It's been closed. So it's bad. Fort Bridge. Oh, what's that? Is this new or what? It's not saying. No, that's old. No, take it back just in case. Let's look at the news. It's a rather spectacular bridge, I must say. Not really saying. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Right. There we go. Right, so modernisation, but get totally wasted once the Tories stop squatting in number 10. Sounds like a plan to me. Oh, looking at the wrong. There you go. That's one. It has wind defences. Have I chased away gingers? Really? Oh, crikey. Rufford Ford is the best one. So many hydro-locked engines. Why do people do that? Drive through flipping Fords, through water and think a car's going to be okay. Get sucked into the flipping inlet manifold, and then all of a sudden you've got an engine that's hydraulics. You can't compress water. Once it's hydraulics, that's it. You put a hole somewhere or bent something. It's buggered. I think we make too much out of winter storms in UK, and this is not quite, Mark Rocky. It's not really normal. It's not. It's definitely worse. It's getting worse. Progressively each year it's getting worse and worse and worse. And it's getting more diverse. It's not the same. Again, as no one has talked about the soil contamination due to the floods or shorts. Also, I haven't talked about soil contaminations due to the wars in Ukraine and Gaza and what have you. All that stuff, water runoff, and it's going to end up polluting all the drinking water. And obviously animals. And also, I don't even know this, but microplastics are building up in the farmland, but not necessarily where you'd expect it to. It's actually the microplastics in organically fertilized land is higher than it is elsewhere, because what's happening is we're trying to escalate the problem, because the naturally fertilized land would be like, for instance, got cow sheds and stuff like that, and whatever the cows are taking in. But a lot of their feed is covered, or silage, what have you, gets covered in plastics and God knows what else, or they get the plastic covered hay bales or the silage tubes, and some of it breaks down into their feed, and the cows eat poop, they enter back on the field, and and rinse, repeat. But this has been progressive over several number of years, and they're finding in those fields, so organically fertilised fields, have got the highest number of or levels of microplastics. It surprised me when I was reading the stats on that. These figures have been going back from donkey's years. Obviously not about plastics, but other stuff, the condition of the soil. You hear the sound, you see the steam, and poof, the engine's gone. Yes, there's water gone into the pots, into the cylinders, and the heat. At the very least, the head gasket will be gone. If not, you either have a broken con rod or a hole somewhere. The diesel engines can can handle it a bit more because they're designed higher compression. But still, let's break something. You can't compress water. Try. Just today, I was watching my favourite stealth camper in Sunderland. Say you can't compress water, you can reduce the volume of water if you compress the air that's within it. So you can to a degree, but generally no. I've never seen as many trees down near me in the last 2 years. Crikey. Plus, we got hit by a small tornado in 2020, and it took some roofs and chimneys off near me. We had a similar problem around here. On a place called Chabanais. It got hit hard, it did. Loads of people lost their roofs. And also with hail as well. Whopping great, like golf ball sized hailstones. Your car ends up looking like a golf ball, literal dimpity. The problem is the cows are wearing fleeces to keep them warm. Oh. As one off, should mark, but not to the point where we are at in the named storms. We have so many named storms, haven't we? And they have to be of a certain strength, don't they, before they get named. So no, it's definitely. I think it's definitely getting worse, and summers are getting hotter and drier and longer. Actually, no, not longer. They're getting shorter. Mad cow disease was the eye opener. That's when you should have stopped eating meat. Well, actually, maybe you should stop eating meat anyway because or pork. African swine flu could already be in the United Kingdom. Now, the Port of Dover, Doug Bannister, the health minister there, and he's the health minister, he's basically the governor of the port, but the health minister there, I can't remember her name, but anyway, she made a statement that we've stopped 70 odd tons of illegal meat entering the UK at the port. Remember, the checks aren't been done, it's just that they've come across it or whatever checks they've done. Anyway, they stopped 70 tons of this meat, and they reckon it's only a tip of the iceberg because they don't have the facilities to, and obviously they don't have to anyway at the moment. No one's checking them. So yeah, if 70 tons got through, it's darn sight more than that's got through. And generally it's from Africa, and Africa has African swine flu. And if we get that in the UK, that is the UK's pig farm. That'd be devastated, be gone. Because if any of the animals get it, you know what happens when they get cold, don't they? You know. So benefit Brexit, sir. Just what the Brexit. If there's no meat, we are coming after the vegetarians. You're in the EU, you check your imports, you've got strict rules. In the UK, we don't have any strict rules anymore on imports of meat stuffs. We're not getting what we could get from the EU anymore. No, we get cheaper from further afield. We can do what we like now because we're no longer in the EU. Bugger people's health, that don't matter, it's all about the profit margins. And everything's getting smaller, everything's shrinking. Even Listerine, I see, is no longer, it's gone down to about 500ml bottle from the 750ml bottle that was, something like that. Everything's getting smaller and charging the same amount of money. Don't eat meat. Imagine all the viruses in it. Oh dear. I do. They're tasty. Climate change deniers are in the same group as flat earthers. Yes. And chemtrails and all that jazz. Flat earthers, oh god. They just this week, the government said jobs are going at the ports and the border forces, and the money is being cut as well. Crikey. So, the government. Okay, so jobs are going at the ports and the border forces. Oh. So all this has been cut, yet we've got checks supposed to start. Do you reckon they won't start? They just say we're going to do them, but they don't happen because there's no one to do them. The vegetarians don't have the energy to come before us. It's just a puff of smoke anyway. Oh. Deborah Hart, hello then. I agree, the weather is manipulated. They have do weapons. What on earth are you on about? So why haven't any flat earthers ever gone to the edge and taken a picture? Yeah, that's a challenge for the flat earthers. Take your little butts to the edge of the earth. The ends of the earth, the edge of the earth, whatever you like to call it, and take a picture. It's easily done, that. Post it on Twitter or something like that. I'll do. I've met nice vegetarian female friends, and I ate their carrots. Oh, they ate carrots, and I ate steak. And we're all happy and filled. My wife's vegetarian. I used to be vegetarian. I was vegetarian about 5 years. And then I kind of succumbed to the bacon. What about anti-vaxxers? Oh, God. And anti-vaxxers, yeah. If I listened to the anti-vaxxers, I'd be dead by now. For my vaccine. Oh, maybe it's the vaccine that's giving me high blood pressure. Paul Ewan, hello there. So, why haven't any flat earthers... Oh, God, yeah, already. Sorry. Sorry, Paul. I have met... No, I've done that one as well. Crikey. Still on you, Spartan. Do weapons were used in Mari? I don't know what they are. Are you talking about doing that you get in the mornings? On the Flat Earth Fairy. Not fairy as in... No. Fairy. What is the country in the middle? What is the capital of the Flat Earth? How do you know if somebody's vegan? How do you know if somebody's vegan? Go on. Okay, abnormal, no comment. Oh, because they always tell you. Oh, crikey, what? Okay. That's a good point, they do. Vegans, they do. What about a fruitarian? Oh, crikey, what about a fruitarian? Flat Earth is a global phenomenon. Boom, boom. I'm waiting for Mad Monk 33 to do his vegetarian joke. Come on, Mad Monk 33, where's your vegetarian joke? Mad Monk 33, I just got more blooming packages from Amazon that were the size of an almost A3 card envelopes. Quite big card envelopes with tiny parcels inside. I mean, literally, it's ridiculous. And I'm not that big, an envelope like that big. All right, it's just getting stupid. It's getting really, really stupid. 1.6 million packages a day Amazon delivers, and yet they can't get the size of the packaging correct. No wonder they keep chopping trees down. My body is now a spike protein factory, clogging them up. All my arteries and that. Oh, crikey, it's definitely the vaccine. Okay. I think it might be the fact that I don't get enough exercise and I'm fat. Yeah. And I've been drinking. Oh, crikey, you're strange. That. Not so strange. I had to go a bit of meditation the other day after I had that really high blood pressure. And it went down really quickly. My blood pressure did. I bet my blood pressure is better now that Caroline's in the UK. Oh, direct energy weapons. It sounds like EMP. I don't take milk in my tea. I like the taste of the tannin. I don't take milk in my tea either. I have green tea anyway. I'll go on the green tea anyway. This is chai. Yeah. Oh, I got something out of the way. I'm saying nothing, says Gingers, top smoke. I've been jabbed 4 times for COVID and I don't have high blood pressure. Oh, so there you go. That explains it. Thanks for that. Thanks for confirming that. I've had 4 now, or was it 5 now? I don't know, it was my 4th or 5th. I don't know. I've had several now. It's the ice wall and water mountains. Oh. Right. I keep saying a TV station should give 4 groups of flat earthers money to race to the end of the earth and give them like 1 billion when they show them the edge of the earth. And hopefully they take a step too far. I saw a guy measuring the distance to the sun with one of those speed radars the cops have. What? It would work. Also saw on a ruler. What? And I saw one with a ruler on the apparent horizon. Oh, these people. NASA produced a lapel badge that said, "Not flat, we checked." That's got a good one. Oh. Was just receiving instructions from the microchips Claude Schwab put in my vaccine. It was a bit distorted due to the tinfoil hat. Yes. Oh, dear me. Oh, well, it's been a bit hard. Right, anyway, I'm going to have to make a move in a minute because I am literally losing my voice. And I'm trying to get more sleep, if that makes any sense. Help my blood pressure. So I will be signing off the mo. I think I'm going to touch on this Grangemouth one again at a later date. So I think that's an ongoing story, but so is Port Talbot, to be honest. I've only just found out about it today. Someone mentioned it in my comments on the videos. Because I do still read the comments. I can't always reply because obviously I'm just so snowed at the moment. And I'm trying to boost my woodworking channel as well. I'm trying to work between the two, as well as other channels. Plus, I'm doing Rewilding. We did 101 trees the other day. My shoulders are killing me. I've got this post-hole borer thing like that. You just drill these holes. And although it's darn sight faster and easier than digging 101 holes by hand, it is... God, it bugged me up, it did. That was tiring. I was like an old man, I was. All stiff. Bent over, yeah. Whinging and whining. Oh, my back, my shoulders, oh, my arms. I was going, yeah. Well, all these Tory politicians and the like should, well, they should hang their head in shame, shouldn't they? What they've caused. Especially with Brexit. Brexit's really screwed things up. Scrolling over there. Things I've missed. What have I missed? John Redwood, he said, I read China is poised to cut prices for electric vehicles to sell more in the UK. He's talking about BYD electric vehicles. That's John Redwood for you. Lovely guy, isn't he? Do you like John Redwood? Let's put my pen in. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, to sell more in the UK. If they do it, it means an even smaller UK car industry as the diesel and petrol car plants close. Oh dear. Look on the bright side. Donald Trump could be the next president of the United States. Are you excited? Huh? Lively. Very scary thought. The UK's already messed up. We don't need him putting it, crikey. He's going to come in and just be all tyrannical. A dictator. Certainly a dick. Well, wait. All right, I am going to. I'm literally losing my voice. So one last check in the chat. NASA produced a lapel badge. I said that already. It's time we come. Oh, my family has disowned me. It's, Deborah. I love you, Deborah Hart, but is there a reason for it? Have you been shooting with your do laser? I never trust governments. You have to trust them, do you? But yeah, someone's got to ruin the country. Take care, Regan Lee. Be good. Don't forget to boot the like button. Much appreciated. Thank you. And thanks, buddy. Words out there. Ever notice how the folks with barely nodding acquaintance with the science always throw out buzzwords they have no comprehension of? Yeah. Peppermint tea is really nice. I've got peppermint tea. Are you filling up a bottle under the desk? Or shorts? No? Are you referring to this? But that is an idea. Okay, I'm going to say... I'm going to have to go. So now I know everybody. It's just... and have a lovely week. Yeah. And whatever's left of the weekend, which is nothing, because it's no... Well, it is for you, isn't it? Yeah. For me, it's 12 minutes past 1. 12. Midnight. But I am losing my voice, literally. So night all, and thanks a lot, and yeah, have a lovely week. And I will be uploading videos this week. I have been this week, be fair, just gone. So I put quite a few up actually this week. So I'm trying to keep on top of it. I can't do anything too complicated because I take too long to edit and stuff like that. So it's just basically me jabbering at the camera. I hope that's okay. So I'm going to say toodaloo now. So toodaloo. What can I leave you with? Oh, da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh wait. Oh, quite as a bit of Tice.
Brexit is dead. Yes, I did. That was
and
an
those
article.
are your most fanatical supporters.
Would you do that?
Thanks to the Spanish.
That's Nine Tails.
How can your greatest supporters allow this sort of adverse propaganda be published?
That was an article by
This
Cheryl
is the Daily
Jacobs, Lord
Telegraph.
Heseltine. But the point is, what she was concerned about is that the establishment figures.
Let's start again. What about this one? The Bank of England. People £1,000 worse off.
You know, there were comments about it was due to global markets. I mean, I don't really think that is the case.
The Daily Telegraph. It's not me. It's your friends.
The reality is that our GDP growth.
So the reality, I've just told you what the reality is.
Will still be Mars bars.
The reality is the figures, Lord
Trying to
Heseltine,
delude
the figures
people as
show.
you've been doing for 6 years.
I've got a brilliant new strategy, which is to make so many gaps.
How can you dare to say that it's only 2 years or 4 years? The referendum was
Because that's
in
a question of fact, Lord Heseltine. It is only 2 years
nearly
since the end of the
7
relationship.
years ago. And the people who were in charge in the government of the day, Boris Johnson, Liam Fox, David Davis, did you think they knew what they were doing? 2 years before we had the general election. Then we were told we'd get Brexit done. Why now? Are we still waiting?
The Prime Minister in waiting.
To know what that means. I'll tell you why. Because it meant a pack of lies.
He's a liar.
Yeah, but...
You like him because he's a liar?
Yeah, because he's human.
Well, Lord Heseltine, let me tell you why. The reason that we're in the position we are is because Remainers such as yourself worked very, very hard to thwart Brexit ever happening.
What a load of bollocks!
So you can recite the many years since 2016
Come
thing,
on,
but
come
we've had
on.
no time
You
to
know
actually make
perfectly
it
well.
work.
You've had 6 years with your hands on the levers of power.
We'd love to have had 6 years.
Don't tell
We'd
me
love
it's
to have
people
had
like
that.
me or civil servants.
Bear
What
with
are
us
your
a second.
ministers doing?
By the way, I've been wondering what that special place in hell looks like for those who promoted Brexit without even a sketch of a plan how to carry it safely. Thank you.
Hiya, everybody!
Oh my Gideon. Is that a crazy person? Oh, it's the missus. Well, welcome to our Rewilding project here in France. Oh look, there's another crazy person. Oh, it's me. And the dogs, obviously, they do like to help. Usually by watering the trees just after I planted them. So what are we trying to achieve? Well, we're trying to plant 1,000 trees on 2 hectares of land. Oh, I say. But since we started this project, we have become more aware of habitats for the little critters. Yeah, on this land here, where this other crazy person is. Yeah, okay. Well, as you can see, we're progressing nicely. We're planting trees all over this land that we are there. And, oh, as far as the eye can see, eventually, up to the tree line anyway. So, oh, there's Artemis. Oh, there's Spawns and Nika de Schmidt. See, lots of signs with names on. I know. You're wondering, how do I get my name on one of them signs? Well, check out the link in the description and be a part of the project. Oh, you see, it's not just sticking the trees in the ground and watering and what have you. No, we have to protect the signs so we put them with the trees. Yeah, just the little birdies and they've got somewhere to live. And a little sowing of some wildflowers for the bees. Eventually, your signs will be mounted in the trees when they're big enough to, well, hold them. Some of these trees were planted last year and they got a little bit weedy. So I sent out the missus to do a bit of hoeing and a bit of direction too. You missed a bit, you missed another bit, and that bit there, and don't and that bit. Oh. Bird box construction commences. Yeah, about 60 of them. Ugh. The smaller trees, well, they need a little bit of protection. And a drink of water. Oh, that's the idea. You got it. That's it. Oh, so does that one. Oh, so does that one. Oh, So does that one. Yeah, no, she didn't put enough down, so I had to go after her and put more down behind her. Oh dear. I'll have a word with the missus about that, I will. Okay. Oh, bugger. Oh, that'll teach me. Now what? Every tree, as it matures, well, we need to keep the bases clear from weeds and what have you, and also little suckers. So here we are, making a sign, yeah. A wooden sign using the router. Oh, ain't they cool? Oh, look at that. Get the old dust out and sand the tops off. A little bit of paint now, maybe. Oh, there you go. A little bit of black. Oh, now I've got to wait. Oh, bugger. Oh, crike. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's not there. I'm too impatient. Oh, let's sand it anyway. That'll do. Oh, there you go. We're not only buying trees from the local nursery. No, we're making our own. Propagating them. And these willows are for the arbours. And you could have an arbour too. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Where's that? Where's my hat? I lost my hat. Our bird cloning efforts have been working. Yes. Yes, they have. And yeah, more birds. Okay, and more birds. Oh my giddy aunt. Oh, is that the end? No. Because me and my dear missus would like to thank you all for your kind contributions that's helped this project along. But if you haven't done so already, and you would like to have your name with a tree, or maybe in memory of a loved one, there is a GoFundMe link down below in the description for which you can make a contribution and get your very own little tree, which will grow into a big tree, and we will look after that. So remember, link in the description down below. I salute you. Ta-ta. Toodaloo.